If you want to be able to predict how a group or an individual is going to behave, what you need to understand are the incentives that are involved. This is why I foretold that Joe Biden would be replaced well before it happened. There was no way he was going to stand up to the scrutiny when he finally got out on the debate stage, which, by the way, is why the Democrats had the debate set so early. They planned to off him, and Donald Trump actually made a mistake by taking out his opponent. Now back to incentives. A friend of mine asked me today why the drug companies advertise so much.
Brought to you by Pfizer.
Brought to you by Pfizer. Brought to you by Pfizer.
And you see these long, stupid ads with disclaimers. Ask your doctor. Here are the possible side effects. They're not compelling. They're not interesting. You don't think that they would be effective. Why then do the drug companies spend so much money advertising on the corporate media? It's like a mafia payment. You are paying for protection. You do not want the anchors at CNN, the headlines of the New York Times to turn their attention upon thee. Whether you're Purdue Pharma producing opioids to deliver to the masses in the United States and get them hooked on it, or whether you're Pfizer distributing a vaccine that doesn't prevent transmission, that they keep going and the government mandating this. They want their grift to keep going so that they can reach into the taxpayer honeypot, which is the government coffers, the U.S. Treasury. And those who attempt to expose them, those who shine the light upon their nefarious actions, are to be silenced. And the easiest way to do that is a cash payment. They know which side of the bread is buttered for them. This is why Robert F. Kennedy was allowed by former Fox chief Roger Ailes to discuss very environmental things, but not pharmaceuticals, not the state of pharma, Big Pharma in our country. If he would have done that, Roger Ailes would have never let him back on because it was such a big revenue generator for the company. The same is true today of all the media companies. And this is all being taken out of the taxpayer's pocket with the honeypot that is the U.S. Treasury, where they are reaching in, where they are lobbying to have laws passed mandating, for example, the intake of the Pfizer COVID vaccine, in air quotes. This is the extent that we've gone to. So this is why we need to void the government of funds to spend and understand that these entities, these corporate entities, are operating in their best incentive by staying away from being critical of Big Pharma. We must deprive the government of revenue to make this less likely so that truth cannot be held back based on payments to keep quiet. I hope that this little explanation did something for you. If you did, please thumb up the video, subscribe, and share it. Peace.